Hurricane Idalia tore into Florida at the speed of a fast-moving train, splitting trees in half, ripping roofs off hotels, and turning small cars into boats, before sweeping into Georgia and South Carolina as a still powerful storm that flooded roadways and sent residents running for higher ground. Hurricane Idalia spawned a tornado that briefly touched down in the Charleston, South Carolina suburb of Goose Creek, the National Weather Service said. The wind sent a car flying and flipped it over, according to authorities and eyewitnesses' video. 2 people received minor injuries. Along South Carolina's coast, North Myrtle Beach, Garden City, and Edisto Island all reported ocean water flowing over sand dunes and spilling onto beachfront streets. In Charleston, storm surge from Idalia topped the seawall that protects the downtown, sending ankle-deep ocean water into the streets and neighborhoods where horse-drawn carriages pass million-dollar homes in the famous open-air market. Preliminary data showed the Wednesday evening high tide reached just over 9.2 feet, more than 3 feet above normal and the 5th highest reading in Charleston Harbor since the records were first kept in 1899. Florida had feared the worst while still recovering from last year's Hurricane Ian, which hit the heavily populated Fort Myers area, leaving 149 dead in the state. Unlike that storm, Idalia blew into a very lightly inhabited area known as Florida's Nature Coast, one of the state's most rural regions that lies far from crowded metropolises or busy tourist areas and features millions of acres of undeveloped land. That doesn't mean that it didn't do major damage. Rushing water covered streets near the coast, unmoored small boats, and nearly 500,000 customers in Florida and Georgia lost power. In Perry, the wind blew out store windows, tore siding off buildings, and overturned a gas station canopy. Heavy rains partially flooded Interstate 275 in Tampa, and wind toppled power lines onto the northbound side of Interstate 75 just south of Valdosta, Georgia. Less than 20 miles south of where Idalia made landfall, businesses, boats, docks, and homes in Florida were swallowed up by water surging in from Dead Man's Bay. Police officers blocked traffic into the coastal community of more than 500 residents known for fishing and forestry industries. 1 man was killed in Valdosta when a tree fell on him as he was trying to clear another tree out of the road Wednesday, said Lowndes County Sheriff. 2 others, including a sheriff's deputy, were injured when the tree fell. More than 30,000 utility workers in Florida were gathering to make repairs as quickly as possible in the hurricane's wake. Airports in the region, including Tampa International Airport, plan to restart commercial operations. By midday, more than 900 flights had been canceled in Florida and Georgia, according to tracking service FlightAware. Luckily, in comparison to last year's Hurricane Ian, Hurricane Idalia only claimed the lives of 10 individuals. However, Hurricane Idalia was a terrible disaster that overall cost individuals billions of dollars in repairs. Hurricane Idalia has forever changed many regions of Florida.